Podcasts, and welcome to another stream. Today we are going to continue on our Kerbal space program adventures. Now, if you recall last stream, I crashed a space probe into the Mun. So we're going to try that again with hopefully slightly less crashing. Okay. Save. Scroll down to this one. I think it's the latest one. Okay. It is. Just give me a second here. Looks like I'm going to have to fiddle around with the settings on my off. Oh. Yeah, I just have got a new monitor, and even though you can't see it, it is quite dark on my screen. So how do we adjust this menu? Setup, picture, nope, and smart image. Okay. Oh, that's ugly. Nope. I'm just, at the moment, fiddling around with standard settings, trying to find one that will work. Okay, so that's power, it's main menu, that goes down, picture, brightness, contrast, what I am seeing, and that you can't see, is that the entire screen is covered in a dull grey haze, which is not what you want when you're trying to see what you're doing. Okay. Now, right. I think that is the best. Yeah, oh, I have to look into fixing that later off stream, or at least getting used to it. Now I have just realized that there was something I needed to do before we dealt with that. So let's quit to the main menu. Settings. Control. Put settings. You might wonder why I am doing that. It is because the controls for my face contain shift. And if I don't fix that up, I'll have the situation where if I try to do something like that, the ship will launch for me, which is not what I want. So let's try this again. Making a sip. If I recall correctly, we have to kill the velocity here. Order. Nope, it's the other way. To get a stable landing. Oops, daisy. So. Here. Just maneuver in. Do a bit of there we go. It's all nice and adjusted. Just gonna rearrange my desk here, which you can't see, but you might hear a bit of bumping and thumping as I get my joystick in the middle of the desk. Okay. It's all set up. Switch back. Oh. There we go. So. Gear out. That. A little bit more adjustment. Fast forward. What's happening here? All right. Now, we can start the descent. Okay. These are always stressful. Of course, it's a great big game of chicken. Let's try if we can get a different angle. Okay. 60 kilometers up, descending at 460 meters a second. Let's keep that data there. The most efficient profile for a descent is to go straight down, and then once we get to the point where there's no choice, we burn full power and kill off all our velocity and then just touch down lightly. But doing that, 34 kilometers, is not an easy prospect. But it basically requires a few attempts. All I'll do here is burn off a little bit of speed. Okay. It's also a question of understanding scale, because that gives you an estimate of the distance, 10 kilometers. We're going to kill all of our velocity as much as possible. Okay. We are 6 kilometers out. Okay, just going to burn like that. Like that to kill our lateral velocity. Okay. Right. Coming into a descent. And nice and easy. Hold on. Four kilometers up. 4.5 kilometers. Over counter. Oops. You overshot it. Okay. Just let ourselves come in. Nice and softly now. Nice and softly. 300 meters, 200 meters. I'm going to drop down. Oopsie daisy. It's a bit too much. Okay. Oop. And okay, we have minimal damage, and even better, we have an upward facing photovoltaic cell, which is not getting any sunlight. How about this one? Yep. Serve the mystery goo. Keep experiment. Cancel that. What I want to do is extend all of our antennas, which had the side effect, I think, putting this into a better... Now, if we go like that, keep experiment, keep experiment, keep experiment, keep experiment, keep experiment, keep experiment. Okay. Now we can transmit the data back. Come on. Transmit all. Okay. And we are running out of things. We've aborted those transmissions. We can come back later and attempt to send them again, because we've got to recharge the batteries from things. So let's head back to the Space Center and look at how much data we gathered from that. And we've got 37.4 science, which I don't think is anywhere near enough. What we are working towards is the grabby claws. Where are we? Where is the grabby claws? Ah. Is it updated and moved the grabby claws? Nope, grabby claws are here. It's 160. Which we don't have at the moment. 37. So let's see if we can get some more contracts. Science data from space around the Mun. We can do that. It's around Kerbal. Also good. These ones are cool because we can get some cheap things. Okay. So let's go out of here and look at our satellites. Because our satellites have now we can set that as debris, because that's not really important yet. Let's actually do that. Fly in there. We'll set this little chunk of rock that's got nothing in it. Where is... It sets default. No, that's the manual. How do I set you as a bit of debris? I can't, okay. I thought I could do that in there. Alright, let's figure this out. Tracking station. Ah, terminate, that's what I wanted. Yep. Mun orbit 1. Here we go. Mun orbit 1. We've got instruments. Do we have reusable ones? I think we got the thermometer. Okay. Transmit data. Transmit any. Did that trigger? No, it didn't. So, how much power have we got in this thing? Give it a few moments to recharge. So, charging up. Then, go back to here. Transmit data. Transmit anyway. 100%. We're out of charge. But did that trigger contract? Nope. Okay. Let's go back to the Space Center. And the one around Mun. We probably might be able to do that one as well. Okay. Mun orbit 1 or Mun orbit 3. Let's have a look at you. Right. Log temperature. Keep data. Transmit data. Done. Another contract fulfilled. Science data from the Mun. We received experimental data from space fair on the Mun. Good work. Excellent. We can go back to the Space Center. Now we've got to find ourselves another satellite with sufficient data to transmit and proc the thing. Okay. Kerb probe 1. Let's fly that one. Log temperature. Experiment. How are our batteries? Let's the batteries fill up. And we've got full batteries. Transmit data. 100%. 100%. 75 and reported. Contract complete. Yep, excellent. Now we can go back to the Space Center and have a look into it. Oh. I'll just adjust myself a bit. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Right. So what are we up to now? 43. Okay. We can pick that one up. Right. Do we have... Let's go through our contracts. Because we might need some more of these. Just to pick up some science on the way. So, contracts. Bring back Munstone. That's coming. Okay. Wendrils. Okay. And he wants an orbit. That we might actually need, might be useful to do. And the skipper fuel engine needs to be tested on the planet. So let's go. Grab ourselves an orbit capable vessel. See what we've got. And actually, rescue one is probably the best option, since it has it has actually two yeah, it can carry both more than one crew member. So let's put a scientist in here. And our tourist. And for cargo. Let's take off that. And click cargo, cargo, cargo. So we'll stick one of those in there and another one in there. And we'll give you experimental module. I'm wondering if you can actually do EVA experiments in space. Okay. Correctly, we need to do some shenanigans with that. So we need to push that up to the top, bring these ones down, and that one down as well. Right. Let's get this guy into orbit. And have some fun. Actually, wondering if we should stick some instruments on here. But I think low orbit, I've already got most of that. Oh, just remembered, we need another mission, which is test skipper splashed down. So where is the skipper? Engines, carrier, swivel, aligned. R115 skipper. R115. Liquid fuel tank. It's not giving it to us, not making it available. Unless it's made us available somewhere else. Fuel drain. Is it under... No, it's not in there. That's weird. Normally when they want you to test something, they'll actually give it to you. Alright. Let's go for a launch. Okay. It's enabled. Launch. Throttle back. Slight lean, but not too much. And we enjoy heading up. 3 kilometers up. I'll lose the solid fuel boosters. Increase the throttle power now. 7 kilometers. Starting a bit of a lean. Idea is to keep our eyes at periapsis. Okay. Is the next staging? Oops. Right. Six kilometers up. Okay. Yeah, we can get the gravity turn a bit more aggressive now. So we're above 70 kilometers per hour. So we know we've achieved at least orbital at the top. We can start working basically what I want to do here is practice getting into a nice orbit. So let's say 900 meters. Just basically go sideways here. This will be our circularization. Right. That's expanding out. It's coming on quite nicely here. Push it down a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Warp there. Bring that up. We have. Deploy that. Shut down the engines for safety. Ferry VIP safely to their destination and back. So, achieved the orbit requirement. Okay. Can I get you? Oh, EVA. Not from there. How do I transfer Q? Prove. No, I need actual space to shuffle people around. So let's cancel that. Keep a record. Board. Okay, so we can actually do that. And crew report. Bob. That's fair enough. Yeah, there's no more sights from the crew. Okay. We can now go for a re-entry. And we'll get to about there. Because what we want to do is re-enter close to our main field. Yes. Retro. So. Switch engines on. Use the velocity so we come in over main thing. Keep that like that. Save the game. Because we all saw what happens when I don't save the game. And getting... So I'll start re-entering now. Okay, so this is always a little bit thrilling. Now if we check, okay, it's a peninsula, like a little bit like India, just a massive peninsula, like a subcontinent. So we'll come down. Start seeing some compression heating now. Actually not, so not deep enough into the atmosphere. Drogue struts there as well. Excellent. So this is just a smooth, this should be a smooth re-entry. Velocity is over 2 kilometers per second. Our height is over 51. Over 50 meters above the surface. You're seeing compression heating. That's heating from the atmosphere being pushed and creating the shock wave. So this is a friction. This is actually compression, because as gases are compressed, compression gets turned into heat. Basically, all the molecules in the air start bumping up against each other faster because of the increased pressure, which corresponds to greater temperature. We are slowly decelerating. We should start seeing some heat warnings now. I'm going to detach that first section, then the second section, which means now we are operating off of the heat shield. Should kill a lot of, which is designed to absorb all this heat. Using velocity at a rather good rate, over a G in fact. Which means we should come down into a velocity where the drogues will be available. I am hoping. Yep. So down down below kilometre an hour. Yay. We are almost, but not quite. There we go. So, drogues are specially designed parachutes that operate at high velocities. They allow us to kill a lot of our extra speed. Now, there's the mountains that are on the other side, and there's the space station over there, or space center over there. So the journey back will not be too odorous. Switch that to the light above terrain mode. Deploy the extra parachutes, which should take us down. Should reduce our speed because we're still at a few hundred meters a second, which is not what we want to do for landing. It's always a bit of a danger coming down in the mountains because the atmosphere is a bit thinner there, so the parachutes are less effective and there is less time for us to kill the velocity. But thankfully we are in a position, we are actually, it's like in the grasslands on the other side, so we can deploy them. Comes down to 30 meters a second, which is still a bit fast, but should be nice. Also, since we've got that bit of extra equipment there, we can actually probably go on an EVA thing and get some dirt samples, which will be good, because this is all about accumulating science, so we can get through our missions and recover our lost vessel. Okay. So, now we are coming down. Right. Anyway, had a few minor changes here. As you might have heard me earlier in the day talking about my dealings with my new monitor. I've got myself another new monitor which replaced my former one, so I can now look at chat again while I'm streaming, and I've now got a seat with a working backrest, which means that I don't have to worry as much about getting back pains while I sit up and play these games, which was limiting how long I could stream for. Now, still coming down, 400 meters above the surface by our radar altimeter. A weird clicking in the I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I can. It's like a weird clicking in the aircraft. You're getting a really nice view here, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, hey, 4Pi GM. How are you? I am going terrific at the moment. I'm having some good fun. And I had a good day and had some deliveries, which will hopefully help the stream a lot. And so I'd really hope that your day has been just as good. Also, can you hear sort of like a strange clicking noise every so often? Oh, excellent. It's good to hear. Because I'm not sure if it's coming from the game or it's my headphones acting up. Okay, so these guys are down. We can get you out of here. Let go. Back to the vessel. Okay. So, what I want to do is transfer Q. Here's transfer crew. And I want Bob to transfer into there. Okay, must be a headphone thing. And can you do a crew report? Oh. So, have you do a crew report. Excellent. Experiment. Pop out of there. Have you drop off. And take surface samples. That gives us 9 more science. Experiment. Report. Experiment. Okay, so we can recover the vessel. Right, so with our vessel recovered and one bit of data recovered, he's ready for his next mission. Tracking station will get all the other recover that. Yes. No more signs from there? Okay. Parachute and the jet fuel. No XP gain. And cover the vessel itself. Okay, we got 52 science out of that. That's nice. Crew report. Space. Rural space. Recovery of vessel. Okay, excellent. Parts and crew. You got 2 XP. I don't know why the tourists can get XP bonuses. Because they do not. So, ferry a VIP safely to her destination and back. We've done that. The tour was a success. Wendell Kerman had nothing but great things to say about the trip and brought back plenty of photos. She sounds quite happy with this. So that is done. Can pop out of there. We're up to 52 points. some more missions. What do we got? Ferry 4, Ferry 2. They want to go to the Mun. They want to go to the Mun as well. Equatorial orbit. That is actually quite doable. Probably grab that mission as well. Pop out of there. Okay. While that's actually what I'm going to do is I am going to take a quick break to get some food and drink, and then I will come back to this. I'm not come back to playing Kerbal Space Program. I'm not even going to end the stream. I'm just going to go to my Be Right Back screen, which I have just set up. So let's see if this works. And I'm back. So, as you might well know, what I'm currently doing is trying to gather more science so we can rescue our friend trapped in orbit. And we don't have... I've got the... So, missions... So, the next mission is position a satellite, which will get us a bit more money and a bit more science. So, antenna, generate power, equatorial orbit within a reasonable deviation. Excellent. We can use one of our existing designs, and that should be quite satisfactory here. So, open Mun. Orbit 2, load that up. That's a manned one. We don't want a manned one. We want an unmanned satellite. And what have we here on the unmanned satellite? Actually, Mun probe 3. This can actually act as a perfectly fine unmanned probe. Yep. So we can just use this one. So go for a launch with this. Okay, and so full thrust, actually launch, pull back, go. Pull back on thrust here just to make it not too fast. Right, bit of a lean as we established. Actually, a lot more of a lean. Right. Just fighting our tendency to go straight up in this one. It's 30 kilometers. So we've got a couple of strategies here. We can go for a direct... We can establish a low orbit, then transfer up to a higher orbit, or we can just go directly into orbit, into our target orbit, which I'm thinking is what I'm going to attempt. So, hold on, I'm getting a knock at the door. Sorry about that. Just a brief real-life interruption. Okay. Now let's get this into our correct orbit. What? Why did you disable that thing? So... pretty sure if we switched to... yeah, that's our target there. Hold on. So... thinking... go like that. Use that to burn ourselves. Now, go out very quickly. So once that is in line, our orbital is there, we can cut the... oh, we overdid it slightly. That's fine. Keep all those experiments. I think that one will, yep, that one deploys the antennas. Okay. We'll add another maneuver here. That will line us up with the desired orbit. Just a little bit of adjustment here. And yes, that's going to be close enough. And I've just realized I'm lining it up with the wrong aspect. Like that. That's better. Okay. So, rotate ourselves around to here. And we will be on track for our next maneuver. So, have we got enough? Yeah, we've got plenty of delta V in order to do that correctly. And even enough to correct for my horrible piloting. Isn't that wonderful? So, go for a fast forward. And we're coming up on the maneuver node. Right. It's an 8-second burn. Fast forward till we're about 10 seconds out. And we go like that. Nice easy burn, which just happens to have a stage in the middle of it. Just adjust to here. Okay. Right. It's all nice and done. It's actually close enough to... Nope. We'll need to adjust this parameter here to get it back like that. It's one of the interesting things about adjusting orbital parameters. You do it on the opposite side of the orbit. So if you want to change something on this side of the orbit, you have to do it, you have to actually make the burn on that side. And that's what we are doing right now. So, fast forward to next maneuver node. And so just a little 20 meter per second burn. And that should take us into range of completing our contract. Right. Yeah, it's less than half a second. This next burn. We can just take it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and burn. Hopefully we haven't. Okay. This. Excellent. Mission accomplished. This will act as a nice little orbital relay station as well. Space Center. Take a bit of a drink. Now, we can, what I do is go to this. So we'll rename this one because it's not a one probe. We'll just call it ComSat 1, I think. So here, the barometer. Sometimes it's hard to see. Ah, there we go. Why can't I find the actual control center? That's the battery. You need to recharge your battery on your phone. Rename vessel. Station. Oh, I just need to close the door. Yeah, anyway. I'll rename this one as ComSat 1. Accept that. And while we're at it, Transmit all data. Transmission. Center. Yeah. Anyway, we've got that should give us a bit more data towards our mission of getting 160 science. Well, we're almost up to the 60 of it. Ah, it's a pain. Yeah. Not having a full battery is always something that gives you a bit of stress. Worrying if you are going to run out of power before what you are doing is finished. Thankfully, this I should be able to finish this stream, hopefully, before you totally run out of battery. Because we've got some cleaning up stuff to do now. Okay, Mun Probe 3, which has landed on the Mun. Yeah. Are you being quite naughty? This has crashed down. Where are we crashed? Okay, we are crashed on the other side of there. It's going to be a month's time before we can deal with that. So I'm going to add an alarm clock. Let I create alarm in about, just going to look up. Yeah. Well, it is not a bad way to be. It's quite natural, in fact. So, that's the thing I've got to look up in the encyclopedia. That's the alarm clock was. Can we get information on the Mun itself? Here's the encyclopedia. Yeah, it's kind of fun to get close to people and enjoy mutual pleasure with them. Okay, locations, celestial bodies, and Kerbal. Doesn't tell us the stuff I want to know. Have to check online. Just a second. So I want to find out how long a month is in the game. Yep. It's great fun to Just sort of use yourself to stimulate others. Okay. To give them pleasure, and in doing so, get pleasure yourself. Little arm. To sometimes even feel their bodies against your own. Feeling the way they touch you and you touch them. But not just in terms of physical touch, but touch is an emotional thing. Basically, being close to a person, sharing their desires, their hopes and dreams, their wants and needs. Sometimes doing nice things to them. Like enjoying the way their body feels when they touch you. Right. And none of these are really attractive to me at the moment. So, what can we do to get more? Science. Let's have a look at the science. Actually, what we can do is send one of these probes into deep space. And that will give us a lot of extra information. So I think we'll have enough science for that. We might have to fling ourselves off the planet, but open our trusty Mun Probe 3, load. Let's get rid of some of the excess baggage from here, because we don't need these, because we're not going to land. So this is going to be fire explore. And using this, we're going to see how far we can get. That's another one of our space missions with this. I'm just going to pause myself here and see if I got the food that I wanted arrived. And I am back. Okay. Put this on. And I have food as well. So have a little bit of a snack. Let's flick it back to my main room. Oh! Oh god, that did not look pleasant. Let's see what it looks like when I eat. It's gonna look a bit silly, I think. It's quite nice. I made myself some spaghetti. Yeah. I have to look at the playback as well and see if I get some nice AMSR-ish type noises. Yep. I'm thinking of going for about a 2-hour stream today. And that will be thanks to my new chair, which is a lot more comfortable than my old one. And after the stream, do a bit more scripting, finish, and perhaps do some pre-recorded content as well. Been having a lot of luck with the pre-recorded content. Seems to be catching some attention or enjoyment. So I'm quite proud of that. Because as many people have said, you can't... It's difficult to get big just on streaming. Because there is so much competition. So having the pre-recorded content to supplement it is very beneficial. Looks like my good friend 4Pi GM, his battery has died. It's a pity. But I am sure he will be okay. Yeah. There we go. Dinner is almost complete. This is quite a nice mince with a tomato sauce, or tomato puree, onions, mixed vegetables with shell pasta. And what I typically do is take some extra virgin olive oil, heat it up in a large pot, add the onions, let the onions simmer till they become soft and glassy. Then I add the tomatoes and whatever spices I can find. Some corn flour mixed with water to give it a bit more thickness. Then I add the mince, cook the mince with the rest of it till it's fully cooked. Throw in the vegetables. Gets you a nice hearty meal. That's all done. That's my dinner for the day. Okay. We can flick back to the game. And resume our flight. So, pull back. Of course, on this initial ascent, our main concern is just having to control so, and we go up. Right. There we go. And we are leaning in the wrong direction, which is a pain. Come on, you little thing. There we go. I am also thinking, since I actually have a joystick and a proper throttle control, whether or not it is worth investing in a real aircraft sim game. And learning how to pilot. Because I saw another VTuber doing that, and it looked fun. But wouldn't it be just a cynical copying of that guy's quirk? It would also be content. And that guy is quite a nice Japanese VTuber, and I am Western, so we're not exactly fully competing. Right. So off of there. Reached orbital velocity. Well, not quite, but we've reached a pseudo orbit. For some reason I can't stage while I'm in the menu there. Heading out more and more. Off it goes, and excellent. My only concern is, will this... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Reset all these. It's this one. Hopefully we'll have enough range to keep that experiment. Log the pressure data. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. And log the temperature. So let's put, add an alarm clock. Explore. So we've got 2 emissions set up, 2 time alarm clocks set up. And we can now go back to our Space Center. Right. Yeah. Would it be wrong for me to clip that and send it off to VTuber Sneezes? No, it would not be wrong. Landed on the Mun. Fine. Okay. So here we go. And perfect. Delete and close. So now we're back in the power. We can transmit data, transmit all. 2 science added, 22 science added. And we abort. Okay, so how long have we got? Another day, so let's have a look at the power. Go for a recharge. And transmit data. Huh? This one's unable to transmit. Ah, we're out of contact with the... We don't have any communications in contact. Where are we? So we are here. So all links, you need to wait until I think this guy, this guy's got it. There we go. And we can now transmit again. 100%. 8. And we've ran out of power again. Well, that has at least given us a bit more data. Base center. So how much science have we got now? So we're basically grinding our way into more science. $77. Let's go. Our Explorer. This one is high above the Mun now. So we should be able to observe. Yep. Kick data. Blood pressure data. And the thermometer under here. Low temperature. Excellent. And we go fast forward. So let's look at our little green dot. Where is it? Delete and close. It's almost impossible to find where the actual Kerbal is. being so high above it? Not too long now. Or... basically transfer. That's it. Now, oh, yep, we have broken orbit. It escaped. World first Mindstone. Recent accomplishments of our space program have attracted contributions from numerous organizations. So, 2 points of science and 36,000 points of dollars. Now, I'll go for our next observation. Keep. And log pressure data, cancel that one. There's one. Log pressure data. Keep that one. And the thermometer. Where is our thermometer? Log temperature. Okay. Sun. No matter. Okay. Now we can transmit this stuff back. Transmit data. Transmit all. 10, 10, boarding transmission. Because we're running out of power, so let's ourselves a recharge. Hopefully, this little probe here will get us a better okay. Transmit data. Transmit all. Getting the last of that data out. Nope. Well, we can leave that for the time being and head back to the Space Center. Of course, we've got most of our time consumed, I think. So, we're up to 100 science. So, just 60 more. And we can finish ourselves off. First scientific matter around the sun. It's probably opened up. Oh, heat shield landed. It's actually probably an easy one. So we can do that. But I think we'll do that next time. But we'll just check the tracking. No, that's not going to head anywhere interesting. Okay. So, I think we made some significant accomplishments. And we shall continue in a few days' time. So I will see everyone, whether you're watching live or watching in the archives. Thank you for watching.